Hello guys. I'm here, Heart of Match Guarantee, and today we have a very interesting live interview with our client. So it will be Match Guarantee experience. Yeah, client where I want to thank all of guys who do this because we go through happy stories and stories where you can learn something because as some of you guys think that it's super easy, this journey. Sometimes no, and you need to be, have enough believe in yourself and, energy and to follow this path, And today we have very special guest. You will find out in maybe 5 minutes why he's so special. It's very interesting case even for me. Yeah. So I would like to welcome Andrew in our studio. Hello, Andrew.
Hi, Anna. My pleasure to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah. Hello, Andrew. Guys, write us if you hear like any accent in Andrew's speech.
Texas, yeah, I'm from Texas. Like in New Zealand.
Guess from where in comments right now. We will come to this point from where, Andrew, okay? But now you can guess. Be interactive. And by the way, if you have questions, I prepare my list of questions, but if you have questions about journey of Andrew, please, you're welcome to write in comments, okay? So first of all, let me say you again, big thank you for joining us today. Yeah, this very big pleasure, to have guys who is open-minded, to and willing to help other guys in this journey by sharing their experience. One thing to learn from yourself mistakes, but much smarter to learn from other people's mistakes, right? It's always what wise people do, right? So where do you live right now, and how old are you, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm 47, and I reside in the province of Alberta, a city of Red Deer. It's between Edmonton and Calgary, and I do real estate investment, and I've been doing it for 5 years steady, but maybe like 10, altogether. And as of right now, I'm actually in a neighboring province of Saskatchewan, city of Regina. We expanded to a neighboring province, so I've been in Regina for a couple months, just establishing the branch here. So that's me.
I see. Yeah, it was my next question. What you do, but you even say before I asked you. So you enjoy what you do.
Yeah, what we do is a family business. It's a couple guys, and we buy bed-shaped houses, single-family homes. For the most part, we fix them, do renovation, and then rent them out, and then build a real estate portfolio. Sometimes we sell it. Sometimes we we sell it. Eventually, we sell it, and it's real estate investment. It's a lot of fun. It's it's how to say not stressful. It is stressful, but it's not the point. It's just very dynamic. I'm not saying that every day is unpredictable, but it's just very active, dynamic. But it makes my life interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, that's great. This should be definitely you very successful if if you do something that you love, and you spend this time. You don't feel that you do, like, you can't call this as a work. It's just like what you do because you love it. Right?
So something that my background, I'm accountant. Because I'm analytical. Like
that's what I want to ask you.
Yeah. And at my earliest days, it was fun. It's just computers popped up, and then accounting started to be processed on the computers. It was just like so much hype. But then 10 years later, like, it was routine. Every day the same thing, and then I could come to work late, and then and then next hour, like, waking up, and then at 10 to start doing my job, and then by 3 it's all done, and it's like do it again. It just it was a matter of time that you got to change something, and actually this job, this business found me. I never thought like seriously about that. It's just a friend of mine approached me. I'm like, sure, I can try part time, but then yeah, it became you know, more than full time, more than full time, and so.
And to tell us, please,
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you tell us please more, because this is work, you know, we want to more focus on our direction of today. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I interrupt you. Tell us more about where you was born and your childhood.
Yep. Oh, okay. According to my parents, I was born in West Ukraine. That's what they told me, because I don't recall those moments.
Чи ви говорите українською?
Yeah, so I gotta trust them, and it's just on the border of Ukraine with Europe, and the city called Uzhhorod, and it's about 150,000 people, and I've been there for first half of my life. You know, I've been there till I was 28, and then after that, at that time I was married, and then my wife and my kid, she was a daughter, she was 3 years old. We left the country, like just far away, you know, to Canada.
So you always wanted to move abroad to live in?
Yeah. Since I was a kid, it was just like almost like possessed with that. Like my parents had a hard time. Like I was 10 years old, and then I was, you know, tried to write letters to some relatives, distant relatives in Europe, in Belgium, and then I found some a close friend of my grandpa in New Jersey, and then they lost connection because the dude in New Jersey wouldn't speak Ukrainian anymore, and my grandpa wouldn't speak English. So after 40 years, like because of me being kind of, you know, pushy, you know, I sent a letter to New Jersey, I remember, and then it was so fun. Like they sent like so much pictures and then history and, you know, just how things happened there, and it was very interesting. But then, you know, my moment was coming, you know, at some point, and then, you know, I wanted to go to U.S. because, you know, U.S. it's more ambitious, more, you know, I'm not saying aggressive, but it's just more ambitious place. And then at the time it was more, you know, cross-reference for me. But ended up in Canada, you know, and
Canada, very good diaspora of Ukrainian people. Yeah, the biggest one in the world. Yeah. So,
and now I'm not complaining. I actually like Canada. You know, there are a few projects we do in the U.S. And I love to travel to U.S. But would I relocate as a, you know, place of my residence? I don't know. It's just so many stories happening in Canada that it's my motherland now.
So Andrew, let me clarify. So you're a Ukrainian man and you still need our services. Why is that?
Guilty is charged. It's just yeah. Yeah.
No, this is reality, you know. This is very interesting.
It is reality. Yeah.
Because guys live abroad, and to find your wife, future wife, probably need to move for some time, you know, to Ukraine to, you know, make it happen, right? It just cannot do this like in, I don't know, 1-2 days or vacation.
Actually, in my case, it's like, you know, to be a client of a company like yours, it totally makes sense. Because it happened to be, I ended up far away, but I'm very fully aware of Ukrainian background and culture and things happening. And then my parents are in Ukraine, so it still makes sense, you know. And as an immigrant, lately, you know, I had a chance to meet some local ladies in Canada, but at the beginning it was a challenge, not because I was shy or like trying to stay away. It just didn't work it out. It just even you know, my English was good from day one, and then I had a good job right away. But you know, first generation immigrant, it's still first generation. It's like my daughter, she's Canadian. Like even like she was born in Ukraine, but she's like, you know, it's in her blood. Me, I'm like 1 foot here, 1 foot there. You know, which is fine, but just welcome to a club of immigrants.
Mentality of Western women that you dated was different from Ukrainian women.
I wouldn't say that much, and I'll tell you why. Because my story, my background is slightly maybe different from a mainstream population. I'm a Christian. I'm an evangelical guy, and then honestly, a church in Kyiv, church in Uzhhorod, like is the same as church in Calgary or in Edmonton or in Regina. It's the same
Same.
flow, the same. It's
It's
just
where
some,
you meet ladies,
yeah,
right? It's where
yeah,
you met ladies.
yeah. And that's like that would be my first stop, to connect
Mm-hmm.
with possible uh, lady to date and
Uh-huh.
develop. It
Yeah.
just for some reason didn't happen. I can't explain. Even
Mm-hmm.
after all, I guess I'm responsible for that, but it just didn't happen. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but I won't really go to the nightclub, Friday night to connect with somebody. Just no,
Mm-hmm.
I won't go to gym for that. No. But after checking out most of the local churches, I'm not saying give up, but just happened to be got connected with you guys. And actually, it was um, uh, unexpectedly. Okay, I was watching a video with a fella from Ireland. What's his name? Connor Connor Clyde or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then he recommended your agency.
I see.
And at that time, I had a certain experience with other Ukrainian agency, and it was a scam. Even though it was obvious that it's a scam, but
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I was so how do I put, like, not happy with being single that I thought, what's the chances that it will happen? At one
Really? I'm
point,
sorry. Can you pause for a minute? You Ukrainian and you were scammed?
they will take money from anybody.
Wow. And this is
Well, they treated me as a foreigner, which is true, right? And I ended up
what
on
do you
this
mean which is
website.
true? You spent more, I mean, not most, but 29 years in Ukraine. Like you know people.
This is ridiculous, okay? Like me being like Ukrainian, this is like I ended up like 1 minute, like just example. Like I was in my hometown, so excited, right? And met an old friend of mine, a lady, and we went somewhere for coffee or whatever, and then take a cab, and me as a gentleman like do the whole thing, like blah 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 blah, and the driver look at me, yeah, like 10 hryvnia. I'm like, sure, I paid. And then after we did a drive, the lady said, like, dude, keep your mouth shut. What? Like, he caught up your accent right away. The trip is 5 hryvnia, okay? But when he heard you talking like the way you're talking, like, you pay 10. And I said, Oksana, this is in my hometown. This is in my hometown. This is how they treat me. I'm like outcast. And she was laughing, so.
Wow.
So it's like I said, 1 foot here, 1 foot there. It's I'm Ukrainian. How do I put it? It's deep inside of me, but I'm immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to explain
Yeah.
unless you are immigrant. Okay, because
You, do you find yourself as a traditional values man? Yeah.
yeah,
You have traditional vision.
I think maybe to the point that it's too much traditional.
Too much tradition. So only Ukrainian woman can keep up with this. Yeah.
You see, it's kind of interesting about Ukraine. Ukraine, it's a very nice place. It's a intelligent and sweet people. It just, my humble opinion, happened to be that ended up like Ukraine is not with Russia, Ukraine is not with Europe, but people are intelligent. They're not stupid. They have education. They speak language. They hardworking, but they behind. They behind, and it just bothers them for feeling not fulfilled, right? It's just and then they are. It's not that complicated for them to comprehend or embrace Western culture, for example. It's like, yeah, it does take time, but it's not like super weird thing for them. Okay, like you go to Kiev and they drive cars like more expensive than in Calgary. A coffee in downtown Kiev is more expensive than in Red Deer or like Edmonton. It just there are a lot of successful people in Kiev, like have more money than, like, you don't have to immigrate. So it's after like a Berlin Wall fell down, globalization is happening every day. It's just unstoppable process. And then if you don't see that, I feel sorry for you, you know. So it's just and young generation, they speak English like, you know, from day one, and just open the door, right? Like what? Now with the Ukrainian passport, you can travel to Europe. All you have to do really, like just English, just basic English, and it's all up to you. It's beautiful, you know. So Ukrainians, ladies, they are Ukrainians, but at the same time, they are, you know, in the process of being advanced, you know. And then it's like I remember this Irish guy. I keep forgetting his name. The one that, you know, refer me to you. He was saying like it's like 20 years ago. You know, you show up in Kiev or Ukraine and show them a Canadian passport, and there will be a line of ladies like, "Yeah, I want to be like, you know, your wife." It's not happening anymore, and it's like I agree with him. It's not like that. Because I did 2 trips, one to Kyrgyzstan, one to Ukraine. And, you know, there was no line because I'm Canadian. No, they were just like, "We're gonna scam you, so just go home." And I'm like, "Okay, sure."
Wow.
Kyrgyzstan was a private trip, so it has nothing to do with the agency. I was just, I, you know, connected with a lady from. But at that time, it was like Contactive. You know, it's like a you know, Slavic version of Facebook. But the second trip was to Ukraine. It was, you know, UA Dream. It's a. I'm sorry, I have to admit, it's a scam company. It's just bad.
Wow.
But, yeah, but it's up to them. But even like. I meet a couple of ladies through that UA Dreams. They're still nice ladies, and it's kind of funny to even remember to this day. I was so excited and hyped, you know, and got dressed up like, you know, like to meet Jesus Christ or something. And the lady saw that, and she looked at me like in her mind, like, "What's wrong with you, dude? Like, don't you get it?" You know. And on the second meeting, like she said, "Just go home, okay? Just." You know, I could keep you for a couple next meetings, okay? Just go home. I'm like, okay. Yeah, because like she didn't feel comfortable to pull my cash, you know, for me. But actually, on top of that, she said, like, actually, I have a real girl that's interested. Like, I can give you a number.
I
She's
can
my friend.
refer you yet to my friend who can...
Yeah, she's real. Like, I'm like, okay, we done, dude. Like, no love, okay? I'm like, okay. So like even being a scammer, she's still, you know, conscious. Yeah, I know, it's funny.
Ukrainian man, yeah. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. That was in Zaporizhia, you know. But you know, the good thing about that, because of, you know, I was in touch with that agency. Like I had a chance to go to Zaporizhia. I never had a chance to go to travel in Ukraine, like even around Ukrainian. So it was nice to see the city, like a big city, nice people, and see Hortica. It just was really cool. So I don't regret. So, but I still single, you know. So.
Yeah. Andrew, I wonder. You just said, oh my God, Ариночка, пожалуйста. Just 1 minute before we start live stream, you said your mom was very sad that you still didn't marry. Yes, it's.
She's like, you know, once in a while I send her like pictures, like, "Hey, this is the lady I want to get in touch." Sure. Like, what else happened to you today? Like, come on, let's talk about it. No, like, I'm annoyed with your girls. Mom, you know, it's kind of a big deal for me. I know. Just okay. What else happened in your day today? I'm like,
so I don't know, guys. If it's different in the Western world, like if parents really like, you know, wanted children to get married, and this is very important, you know, like you see Andrew's mom, she's sad about this, you know. So probably she was trying to.
This kind of thing, the big major difference between Slavic culture and West. Like, no matter how old I am, I'm a little boy for my mom. It's really sweet. It's just, don't touch my little boy. Look. Oh, you little bitch. Like, you know, how dare you did that to my boy, you know. Like, Mom, everything's fine. Like, you know, already just paid for supper. What? That's expensive. It's okay. You know, I ate as well. Oh, I hate it. Like, it's okay. It's
funny.
Fine. Like, it's just, you know. Not a big deal. Like, it's not that like she hacked my bank account or stole my ID or like, you know, just one supper. It's fine.
Yeah, it's true. In Slavic culture, this is strange, but I mean it's normal too, you know. Now we live far away with Joe, and Mama from time to time she don't ask me, but she asks children if Joe don't offend me, you know.
Yeah. So we have the same thing. The same thing. You know, our mom does the job 24/7. Like you know, well, it's
What's
just
going on out there, guys? Yeah.
that, you know, and for that reason, I have such a major you know respect, you know, for my mom and all the moms, all the moms.
Yeah.
Just
Thank you,
every
Mom.
mom loves her kid like to death.
Hmm.
It's like in Ukraine, I know that for sure.
Yeah,
It's the biggest thing for them. It's like they never went to school for that. They just have it in their like DNA, and
naturally. Yeah. And what do you
yeah.
think about single moms? Since we come to this topic, single moms in Ukraine, they like if they want to marry, they want men to take traditional role in the family, to be like strong father, you know, or just to be, you know, I don't know, just provider and you know, she will.
I think you know in most cases they would like to have a you know a male to be a leader. Yeah, I
Mhm.
believe so. Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe so.
I agree with you. They're still looking for traditional roles,
Yeah.
you know, because that's the reason they grew up child and mother. When mother should be father together, this is kind
Yeah.
of you know complicated. Anyway, you cannot compensate for children father if you woman, you know. So
Yeah.
that's
Oh, it's I think it's very important to um just each person like male female does their own role. It's and I can see
Mhm.
that in Canada as well. Like you just like I'm actually working on one of the projects here in Regina, and it's like a rough neighborhood, and neighbor, a single mom, and she's got three boys. They're so violent, you know, and then like just actually I have two houses in the same street, so I you know I got a window broken. I think they did it. Like they would never admit it, you know, and they're like 8, 10 years old. They would break the you know the window, and then I went and purchased them like a donuts, like cookies, and they were so happy because they even I think like food, you know, like his wife, like no father in the house, you know. It's just tough. And then I met mom. She's a nice person, but just it's just overwhelming for her. And it's like it's very important that you do your job, you do your part, you know, be a father, be a mother, you know, and then it's good. But if you cannot mix back and forth, like for example, take Elon Musk, right? Like he's got a few kids. Like I don't know if you guys heard the story. Uh, one of the kids, he was a boy, right? And then he changed the gender, and then you know didn't want to associate to be associated with father. And I have major respect for Elon Musk in terms of you know achievement in business and engineering and all those things. But then a family story, I don't know. I think like just devastating, you know, like when
Okay, let's not go there. Okay,
oh
this
yeah,
is
no, but it just I'm just saying
yeah,
that
this
like
is differences in the culture. Yeah, we
yeah,
don't
it's
have
just,
in
you know
Ukraine.
my point is like parenting is so important. You know, it's like so important that like a male is a father. You know, because I might be wrong. My guess is that Elon didn't have enough time just for family because it was so
Yeah,
you know that's what I want to say. And then and
yeah.
so yeah, Ukrainian
It's not
ladies.
one time to make a baby. It's a lifetime project. Yeah. I mean, not like life. I mean, it's lifetime, but it takes different amount of energy and time that you invest in child, right? In different ages, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's very important. It's just
So,
to have
Andrew, tell us about your experience with us. How many ladies you were introduced with us, and
two. Two.
ladies?
You know, I've been into like you know I had a chance to go through the a big database of the ladies. You know, I don't know about 1,000 you know ladies altogether. Even uh, let's say once I started my you know homework, the number you know shrank in terms of like age and then you know compatibility and you know other details. Um, but I had one actual meeting. Well, the lady came to Canada to
Mhm.
me
So you
this year. Yeah.
let me remind you, just we was introduced to her just before war started, right?
Oh, it's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, yeah. Even like it's kind of interesting. I found her on the website prior to that. Even like during COVID. Oh, before COVID. And then idea was in those days I'm supposed to go to Ukraine. I was like, sure, but I never went because of the COVID. Like because COVID is just headache. And then after that, the war started. And Joe and you're like, hey, dude, come. Like, I'm not coming. No, like if I didn't come during COVID, like I'm not gonna come during war. But then, but with the first lady that I started communication, it was actually on the day of war. It is true. Like the first,
Yeah.
phone call we had, or video call we had, it was February 24th. And it was just very sad.
Show her for a second. I think.
Yep,
Yeah.
she's the one.
Uh-huh. Marine.
Yep, yeah, Mary. Yep, yeah.
Maria. Mhm.
And then
Yeah. And how war started? Of course, this is crazy. We just start to communicate. How what you've done to if she
it was like you see, like we humans, we think, we plan, we kind of I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but how often in life it just goes differently. I I like Mary, her profile, but I still was like pragmatic. I was like, we'll chat for a month and I'll say goodbye, goodbye. That's fine. But when things started to unfold with war, I one day we had like, hey, would you help me with this war situation? I said, just pack your bags tomorrow. Like, because the thing she shared with me, she's from Kiev, but then, ran away from, city because, Russians, they they shelled the city at the beginning. So
yeah
she ran to the countryside, to the, relatives. And then shortly after, Russians took over of that village. And she was like part of the in hostage for like a week or two. It was ridiculous. Like, we had days maybe for a week that I'm like, hey, Mary, how are you? Are you alive? I'm alive. Good. And then next day again, like, you alive? Yeah, alive, not raped, nothing. No, I'm good. Nobody touched me. Like, I'm like, good. Kind of like that. And, I was so happy when, they got this green road, like corridor, and then they could get out. And, yeah, she ran to Central Europe and then, came to Canada. And for that part, I'm very excited that I helped her to escape the war because that's just ridiculous. Yeah. Even
then,
yeah, go ahead.
and your relationship start to unfold quicker than you what expected.
That part I like because, like, she came and now we're face to face. I am as I am, and she is as she is. And yeah, things started to develop fast, and then we split. Yeah.
So whatever you learn from, I don't know, what you would do
From that, that
relationship.
for first of all, before I go into relationship, I gotta say about you guys, agency, that I'm so thankful and grateful for you because the stuff you do is so real, and it's beautiful because, like, there is no magic button, like button, boom, I got a wife. I want a coffee, I go to drive through. No such thing. Okay, it's life. Some guys get married within 2 weeks. Some guys may take 6 years. I don't know, and I don't think it's the agency's fault. I'm a somewhat complicated person, not bad person. I think complicated. I got nobody to blame. Like, yeah, it's like a work in progress, right? So that's the first thing. But it's so exciting, to have you as real and to have that lady Mary real, and then just real situation that it just makes sense. Totally makes sense. Even if, let's say, something didn't go as planned, I think if you're smart enough, you'll use it as a learning point. And I hope that it happened to me. So coming back to having a mayor in Canada, it what I think it helped me to reaffirm like my personality, my interest, and how I want to live life and how I want to move on. And it was a good like a drive test. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, it is a good thing to meet because like only so much you can get through like scrolling profiles on a website and even video call. It's so limited. Like nobody's hiding anything, but it's a psychological element that we all present ourselves better than we are. It's just nature, like, right?
Mhm.
But how about having that person under one roof? That's like, now we're talking. Okay, so so I suggest, and that's what you guys do as well, to connect, to make a physical connection as soon as possible. Well, maybe not next day, but don't
Mhm.
prolong, because after all, it's not for your benefit. You know. Also, what else I can say? I had a few thoughts. Um, yeah, here we go. It's funny, but even I had only two introductions. I wouldn't consider that much, but what I found, like so obvious, like the first video call, like when you do,
Mhm.
it's very critical, and critical in a way that my experience was with the first lady. The whole video was so bizarre. It was just ridiculous. For you're laughing, right? And it's kind of a bunch of three intelligent people got together, but it was just like a zoo. Okay, yeah, it was like a zoo. It was just like worse than a reality show. But the thing is, whatever, like, and I'm talking to the guys, whatever you will see during the first video, this is what you're gonna get, like real. Like, let's say what I'm saying. If it's lady slow, like so this is what she is. Okay, she's not gonna be quick. If she's like has a temper, like you will get her like that in the kitchen or bedroom. Okay, she will be like with temper. Okay? If she like or whatever you see, it's like 85%. This is what you get. So don't like my suggestion. Don't think that, oh, I'm gonna get her and I'll fix her and this and that and blah blah blah. No, like you take it or you don't. It's I don't know, like Anna ran multiple, like a lot of meetings, like first video calls. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Is the first video you get the impression, or in the
Of
real
course.
life?
First impression, it's it tells a lot. It's like first date, and it's not necessarily finished. We have 50% of success on first call. Sometimes people exchange contact information. Sometimes they just realize, okay, this is not match with my expectations. Or we have such different life goals or values, or like life different things. So it's not necessarily it finished with a yeah
You
with
see,
a
like like I had no idea about that first video call. For me, it was just let's get it done, okay? And I hope that I'm gonna get her phone number. Like I would suggest not to have that approach. I would say that starting with a video call, your journey started. It's like
Mhm.
real. It's very real. And pay attention. Pay like watch what's happening, because this is what you get. You're not gonna get like better or worse. Like this is yeah.
But
And
also, I don't know, first call, sometimes guys worry or women worry, sometimes
no, I
people don't
understand.
have enough
But in
time
my
to
case with
go.
Mary, I got exactly what I saw in the first video call.
Okay.
I just
Well, I
in
remember
the
you was much more worried than your second call. So it was like, it's
I,
not
I'm a
me,
little bit funny on that part. Yeah, I was like just ridiculous. You're like, dude, like you're gonna lose it. Like, and I'm like I'm trying.
Andrew started to talk about me on the call, and Maria was like, what she's doing here, So, but I mean, all of this is also, tells about personalities. But anyway,
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like a little innocent hiccup, like revealed so much. And actually, that's what I'm saying. This is her personality. This is how she behaved every second day. So the way she
we
behaved
all
on the
have
video.
our insecurities, the thing how we go, through it. Yeah. Hello,
Yes.
Jacob. Hello, what? Hello, guys. Yeah. So yeah, it's not necessarily. I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't agree you 100%. I see, different cases. Some people they like shy, especially when third person, like me or translator. Translator, okay, she do job. You cannot escape this. But if I just sitting there and just like, or maybe have third person, like I feel shy or something, I want to have privacy. So this is normal, and we understand this. This is like a fact level. I mean, deepness of conversation, and yeah, these things. Anyway, there is
And
a.
also, like when first video don't complicate your English, because I guess one of the trick, like a trap, I ended up not that my English super complicated, but was enough complicated for Mary to get confused. Because she didn't have enough patience to get translation, but she was trying to pick it up, and she picked it up very wrong, like 180.
Yeah.
So be careful. Like just talk like, yes, my name is John, and I'm a nice guy, kind of like that, and you'll be fine. But if you're gonna like quote Shakespeare, like you may end up in trouble, you know.
Yeah, that's true. And when she came to you, you were speaking Ukrainian to her, right? Ukrainian language, yeah. So this was easy. You have this advantage. Yeah.
And it's funny because like now I'm gonna go, you know, a little bit sarcastic for a moment, but you know, the second lady, Diana, oh, thank God, now you're talking Ukrainian. Why did you talk for English for so long? I said,
Yeah.
didn't you sign up for American, boy? She's like, huh?
Yeah, I will show you
Well,
second
like,
introduction here for a second.
yeah. And she's like, yeah. No, she's so funny. She's a
Diana,
really
Diana,
nice lady.
she was so happy that you like. She was start to become already suspicious because you keep, keep speaking English, and she was like, "It's a joke that Andrew Ukrainian, why we speak English?" Like,
Is it a scam? Like, is like some kind of playboy? What? Can he talk Ukrainian? Like, and
she
then
started
I said a
asking, what
sentence.
language do you speak with your parent? Ukrainian. So you can speak Ukrainian. So why you don't speak to me Ukrainian? Yeah.
And then I said like something like a one word of sounds like "Dobry den," like pure Ukrainian. She's like, oh, okay. I don't think a guy from Texas could do that. Like, you know, like English, blah blah blah. No, stop it. Like, do it in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And I look at Anna like, Anna, didn't you tell her that like you guys sell Americans, right? Like, so at least let me be American for 45 minutes, and then after, like, oops, sorry, made in China or something, you know? Well, made in Ukraine.
Yeah. But coming back, yeah, we'll talk about the Yana experience. But coming back to Mary, I mean, I saw was challenges from both sides, but because the guys think, okay, a successful introduction, that's it. But it's just beginning of the journey, guys.
Yes.
And a relationship, like any area of your life, it takes your time, energy, effort to make it work. But the question is like, you have work that you have to do, or you love to do. And right person, relationship with the right person, when you connect it, like, based on love and everything, this is enjoyable work. You like to, develop your relationship together. And this
I
is
super agree with you. And then for me, relationship, it's a work, but it's a pleasant work because it's an awesome thing. It's like one of the best projects you can do in your life. It's
yeah.
just you by interacting, with another human, another person, you explore or discover life in a new way. It's just,
And
I
you
think it's
very
awesome.
well, probably better than in Ukrainian already. Speaks very well. Yeah.
I remember my real test of English was like when I had to go to court, and I was so nervous. And I was talking to my dude, like a colleague, like, dude, like I'm gonna stand in front of the judge. I'll be like, you'll be fine. And actually, I made it well. And after that, I'm like, okay, whatever my English is, if judge was fine, I guess I'll be fine.
So yeah, talking about Maria, I know that you don't want to go. This is very Ukrainian now that we don't go in details because Western men normally.
Well, I'm open. I'll do my best to answer any questions. The only thing is like I still respect privacy, marriage privacy. So I'll be somewhat diplomatic, because even with
I don't talk about like specific cases, but what was good that you very quickly react to her situation, life situation. She's in danger. You offer her to to fly.
It was quick. It was like 3 seconds.
Yeah, and this
like
is
I answered to her yes so quick that she wasn't sure, like, if I understood her. I said no, like I understood your question very well. Get your bags out.
So this is good. This is good, guys, to learn from this, But then, of course, you kind of start to, I don't know, almost like live together, right? And this was not super. Like, what do you expect,
Well, yeah, we started to live together, but what happened? Like, we would have separate rooms. Like she would have her own bedroom, I would have my own bedroom, and then just And I think it's a perfect way of like hey, this is the way I am, like during the day. So
Yeah, but you see each other in your daily routine life, and you see if you have, like the same habits or whatever, like vision. I know that you like also this thing about you 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 go, I don't know, every week, to church, and
I'm active. I'm active. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you want
And
to
it's
help.
like it's not like even like I go to church. I just live that life. It's too. I passed the stage to go to church. I just I cannot to go to church for a month, but it's daily thing. Like um, it's
Like
just
Russia.
lifestyle. It's like deep inside, and like yeah. So
And you would you like your partner to have the same mindset, right, about this, right?
I would say there is like obviously it's not gonna work if she's atheist. Okay, it's just like you
I
know.
think that's just.
Yeah, that would be a problem. But I'm not so pushy in terms that she has to be like the same church or the same denomination. As long as she's believer, I'm fine.
Okay.
Even
I
you
I
know,
just remember like you was kind of pushy for her to go to church. I mean, that's what I
yeah,
remember.
I was. But look, guys, all I wanted that hey, Sunday's coming, come and join. That's all I wanted. I didn't expect her like to have a prophecy or see the angel or like get on the stage. All I said, come and join me. And actually, what happened? For some reason, she failed 2 Sundays in a row to join me. She would
Mhm.
always have a reason. Like first time, she didn't have a good mood. Okay, because I was like easy going. And then next week I said, okay, lady, I started to talk to her like on Thursday like Sunday's coming, and if you could please line up your dogs, make sure that you control your mood or whatever, and just please, because it's important for me. And she still failed, and I was not very excited,
Mhm.
and it was like kind of exchange of thoughts about that between me and
But
her.
in Joseph ex marriage, I know that he was going quite often, and his ex-wife never joined him. And this was like, of course, he was not happy about this, but it is what it is. Like, I mean, guys, here are the message. Uh, I mean, it's always personal choice, right? You can manage. I mean, we all have our expectations, but it's still our expectations. We cannot change
Yes,
people's will, or affect it, or
yes,
request something, especially in these things. This is kind of, so I mean, probably, it's good to find out before you start a relationship, these things. But I think light approach, if as long as a lady believer,
yeah. She is a believer. That's what I was gonna say. She is a Christian. It
yeah.
just it was somewhat overwhelming for her.
I think that it was too much, too much was
Yes,
going on in her life now, like
yes, yes.
now this
Which
bombing.
I would take it as my fault that I should be a little bit more relaxed. But
Take more, yeah, more time. I think it's always like now. Joe tried to approach our daughter to study like business, and I said, listen, she's in her own stage, of development. She's not interested now in business. I say maybe later she will come, if you will enjoy what you're doing, and she would want to learn from you, but it should be, certain time when she has this this mood and energy for this, so it's important for guys, especially when lady come in new culture. She needs time to integrate, right? This not from words. You was doing this on your own, right? It's very overwhelming. And then the other thing that happened, and that's why I want guys to make point of this, learn from this, because this is could be our also with Joe, can could be. Thanks God it didn't, but that's about working together, or like helping lady to integrate. This is great if you're there to support her, but everything should be step by step, and not to be like overwhelming, because this is can break relationship very easily. First you need to establish, like, okay, I was we have great romance stories with Joe before I join and start to do anything at Match Guarantee, although I come kind of to work at Match Guarantee, but I didn't do nothing as soon we start have our romance, because I realize, if you don't have this romance between us, our work together and different vision, and if he will criticize me, and my love language is word of affirmation, Yeah, and here I have men who will be my boss and will criticize me. This is will just kill our relationship. And this is what I think a lot of, why it didn't work through. It's also because he was trying to help you to integrate, to become, like, to be able to take care about herself financially, to maybe grow up faster than she can handle. Yeah.
The only thing I would add, I'll take Anna's advice, not to get a lady employed, but in my case, what happened, we've been together for, I don't know, 2 weeks plus minus, and then she ran away to Toronto, and I was worried. And technically, at that time, we could split like goodbye, I'll never see you again. But unconsciously in my mind, what, dude, like. I kind of invited her to Canada, even though I didn't sign any papers. And as long as she's in Canada, I feel I'm responsible. So I overcame my ego, and I was in touch. Actually, okay, I'll go into some details. Like, I even called her parents. I said, "You guys think that I'm asshole? Like, no, this is not the case. Like, me and Mary, we cannot kind of be in touch. But if something happened in Toronto bad, call me, and I'll step up." Okay. So okay, I appreciate that, because I just no. And then I thought that employment would be an opportunity to save the bridges and reconnect, because at that time we were disconnected, But employment not necessarily fix that. So just
Sometimes you just need to let it go. But I just want, this is very, good for guys too. You see mentality of Ukrainian man, Ukrainian Canadian, when he has this feeling that he's responsible, like, this is very different probably from Western world, right? When men, would call parents and tell, listen, I'm, like, what, you offer her to buy tickets if she need to fly back, right? And this is something, what Ukrainian women appreciate in Ukrainian men, that they,
And I think she was appreciative, and which is good, But for me, it's a big deal that she's all safe, and it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't need any bad complications, and then just because I didn't get what I wanted, screw you. No. This is I passed that stage in life. We're humans, and we have to respect each other. And then my wife is coming. It'll be fine. Like, I don't have to cause troubles to others. And just
guys wrote, wait, no. That is recipe for failure. According to statistics, living together statistically reduce marriage prospects. And how you want to have marriage living in different countries? Or you mean work together? I just don't realize. Andrew, would be good conversation over beer and story told again. What about the initial chemistry? First few hours, days?
I think it's a very good question. I think it wasn't there. Yeah, that's a good point, and that's what I believe. Yeah, that every time I meet somebody, I'm looking for a chemistry, consciously, unconsciously, and
this is important for men.
it's
Yes.
very important. Yeah. You asked me, did it click?
Okay,
I'm not gonna say no, but it's like there is no yes. So.
Bilanger asked a very important question. Was borscht made well? Maybe this was the deal breaker. Borscht. Okay, guys.
She didn't bother herself to cook. So
okay, guys. You see, this is another illusion about like all Ukrainian women. They cook and this like they clean house and that's all everything.
And
they
just
There's many different type of Ukrainian women, right, with different goals and like. Okay, in generally they more traditional. They like to cook. And honestly, living here in Spain, I just realized I don't really like to cook. Yeah, here we are.
I think Mary would cook. It just it was very intense. It was very overwhelming. Almost every day, if not every day, every second day something would happen. Like even a little thing, like she's got connection in Toronto airport, And she's like, dude, I'm tired. Like, you want me to take another flight? Like, flight is canceled. Like, it's going to be tomorrow. What I'm going to do? Like, I'm going home. Like, kind of like that. I'm like million people doing connection, chill. She's like, no, like, so eventually our leader, she calmed down, she apologized, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like a little example that, is there like a straight, direct flight from Kiev to your backyard of your house? No. Oh, how come? I don't know. Like,
you don't have airport at home, yeah, unfortunately.
Not in the backyard, no.
No, what I want to say about cooking, yeah, I don't like. I mean, this is not super enjoyable for me process. I try to make it enjoyable. I just listen to some, I don't know, personal development courses when I cook or something. So use this time, like I don't know how it's called, utilitarian person, yeah. When you try to do maximum in what you do, but I cook because what you can buy here, I mean, I just don't like it. A lot of fast food, Mexican don't eat very, very healthy food, and because of this, I don't like, I feel how it affects me, I don't like this food. So, and I found Ukrainian kitchen very, very healthy, that's why I love to cook, I mean, I don't love to cook, but I cook because I see how, it's affect our mindset, body, and I like it much more. So that's what I want to add. And I think many Ukrainian ladies, because of this too, when they come to Canada or America, they see how people eat, and they will maybe start to cook even if there was less cooking. I mean, there is a lot of differences in the culture, and especially in a few months, if they will see how it's affect their body. If they start gain weight. Yeah, borscht will help. Borscht will help.
Oh yeah, borscht is good stuff. I coming back quickly about a question about chemistry. I think chemistry is a king. It's a big deal. It's all about chemistry. It's so. I agree. Whatever the name of the gentleman that brought it up, it's just if you got chemistry, you'll be fine. Yeah.
You don't have an airport in the backyard? No, they took it away because the neighbor was complaining. Personal airport. Yeah. Great. So yeah, let's now talk about something positive. So I don't know. I think we
it's not positive. It's a little bit funny and sarcastic, but I still consider that positive. It's just even when I was kind of angry, it was a good thing. I wasn't destructive. It was just like
No, I'm talking now about Diana and your relationship.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing positive, yeah.
Like just before we go to Diana, like my personality is like no matter what, I still leave a piece of my heart there. Like I really do it like passionately. I'm not doing because I have to, and it's fun. It's really fun, like. When I was helping Mary, like I was getting out of my skin. I did things more than I thought that I would. But when it happened, I look back, I was like, I feel good. So those silly situations, those like unexpected situations, those challenges, I think it's awesome because this is how we advance as a personality. So just
before we will move to Diana, I just want to share with the guys story that we have. Yeah, when you was very much interested in one lady who took pause for now from relationship because she's going through too many things. Yeah, and what happened? You as a man of action, again, Ukrainian man, that's who they are. Deep in core, doesn't matter where they live. Yeah, you offered to help her with the her.
And the thing is, sort of interruption. That information was unexpectedly leaked. I never asked about any help or what's up, this and that. Your agency just came back to me like blah 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 blah. She's kind of stressed out. I'm like, what? What did you say? She's stressed out, kinda. And then obviously, because like it's a stress, it's a war. So like, you know what? I'll step up because the thing is, I respect that she's real. She's not like, oh, I'm perfect, like 24/7. I'm nothing but positive mood and blah blah blah. No. If you're super perfect, maybe I'll have to pass. But if you have stress, sounds like you could be a match for me.
Okay.
You
So what
know?
happened? Yeah, Andrew offered her even like financial support. Like it's was not $100. Yeah, much more, and like helping her, offer her to help to, to get through her difficulties.
Yeah.
And of course, we sent her, profile of Andrew, and she look and she say, "Listen, this is about the quality of the ladies we have, right? I just want to make this point." She said, "Listen, I appreciate this offer, and this is like very warm my heart, but I just cannot accept help from men that I don't see possibly my future with." So she passed on that, yeah, and this like you offer, I don't know, $1,000 or something like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is the quality of. I mean, if it was the scam agency, the lady say,
Oh,
"Yeah,
oh yeah. Oh, they would take it. Yeah, yeah.
no,
And
no."
then I totally understand what she did. But I felt kind of sad that it wasn't the case. I wasn't buying her out
Yeah,
whatsoever. And I think I
nobody
said to
was.
her, to
Mhm.
you, like, Anna, if I'll never see her in my life, I'm fine, because I can imagine like a young, beautiful lady stressed out in West, like in
Mhm.
Spain, hardly
Mhm.
speaking language. Like realistically, nobody cares about her, and she's like
Mhm.
trying to put pieces together. That's just a little bit too much. And that's it.
I know, Angie. From another side, we both Ukrainians. You know how our parents. I mean, you men, but I know how my parents teach me. That if I
Yeah,
accept
yeah,
help from men, then I will be obligated. So always, like
yeah. I
this
understand
is
that. Yeah.
this is what
And that's the thing.
Ukrainian
It's a little bit
style.
easier for me because I'm 1 foot Ukraine, while 1 foot West.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
West, a beautiful thing is in Canada and US as well. A lot of generous people, a lot of generous people. And you're not gonna see that on the CNN. On CNN, you're gonna see only crazy shooting in the school. Okay, but if you
Mhm.
go to the communities, like people are just driven. It's like in a culture in their DNA to support each other. Like,
Mhm.
you can't knock the door like, "Hey, neighbor, would you give me $100?" No, he's gonna call police. But I'm just saying that there is a, organization, there are places, there are communities that people are just willing to give. Like, for example, in my hometown, Red Deer, I do rentals, and some of the properties I have to pass it on to the agency because I'm traveling back and forth. And I was chatting with the manager, and she's like, a big number of Ukrainians are coming, and she had like a lot of properties, a lot of clients. One of the clients has like 100 properties, and he said, Tamara, you do whatever you want. Like, to the point, like, if you decide to give the rental for free to Ukrainians, go. I'm fine with that. Just like that. Just
Mhm.
like that. And look, there is unofficial. There is no such thing. There is no advertisement in a newspaper that come, you're gonna get free stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
But if you show up and you look like a decent, and you got a wife and a kid, and you're hardworking, and then like your eyes are healthy, people will be happy to,
Mhm.
to, to get you in.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
And she said like, well, would you help me with that to translate the contract? And we have a budget $400 for that service. I was like there would be a crime for me to like ask money for translation on my brother and sister. Like, call me
Mhm.
anytime, I'll translate for free. Like, I appreciate it. So this is a positive side of Western culture. A lot of
Mhm.
generous people, a lot of generous people.
Mhm. And
And
you
I,
like.
I
Mhm.
remember when I came to Canada, I got so much help, so much help. So I tell her this, I'm so happy I could pass it on to Mary, even if I'll never see her again. Because like
Mhm.
it was hanging over my head that I owe for good, and I can't pay back to my friends, Canadian friends. But I
Mhm.
could pay back to Ukrainians now when it's war.
Mhm. Pay
So
with.
it totally makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of, I think I'm a good guy, but it's a little bit more than that. Like, there is the whole community, the whole concept is out there, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm sorry, there was a question.
No,
There
no,
was a question.
no. It's not a question. This just a guy compliment you, Andrew. I love your positive comments about American and Canadian society. Yeah.
There is a lot of positive elements. Like,
Mhm.
there is a lot of tricky things, but there is a lot of positive elements. It's just like, I think it's up to you, up to the person, which one you're gonna accept. But there is a lot of great people in North America. No, no doubt. It
Mhm.
just yeah.
So, brum, 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 brum. Again, Diana.
Hey, hello, Diana. My drama continues. Still not married, and my mom is upset.
So, How things going on? Do you have any guys plan to meet? Diana now where? She's living in Germany, right? In Germany.
It's funny. Like she was like going back to that video call, like she was so excited. You know, it's like the procedure is like, okay, thank you guys for your time, blah blah blah, and then we're gonna approach each of you, and then if it's yes, both yes, like yeah, we're gonna keep going. And like you don't have to call me, I'm cool. Like yes, yes, right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, okay, and you're like, okay, like so it was really nice. But then it's kind of funny. Uh, the place where she stays, because she's in a transition. She ended up in Germany, but she's a refugee, and the place where she stays, a poor internet. And we tried to do one video call. Like we've been in touch technically for like I don't know 3-4 weeks, which I consider is a long period of time. But we with her internet, we couldn't get it like
Yeah.
video. Like no. She tried, because I was politely but push us like, come on, lady, do it, right? And she understands, and she herself would like to proceed, but it was very poor. It was like if you remember, like our video call was the same.
Yeah,
Like,
very bad
so
internet.
blurry, and it makes her upset. She like she'll try to talk to me, and like communication, even audio is like poor, like interruption. She would drop the phone, like I can't talk like that. This is just and so it's a little bit, you know, I'm not saying kind of stressful, but just puzzling, like a little bit discouraging, but um, you know, it's just something that a little thing, but makes a big impact in terms of that we don't have proper communication. Even like it's kind of funny. I thought she's playing games with me. I said I'm not gonna do that for 2 months, and then like 2 months later, like I would get a message from you guys agency. I'm like, don't you get it, dude? Like goodbye. Like for how long you would wait for me, right? Remember, I said like I don't know what's up with Diana, but I better keep going. And then no, it's all good. It's just internet, And then my
No, not internet, not internet. I mean, when you call, I remember I got message from you. Every time when I got message from guy who's in a relationship, my heart is like, okay, what's going on? So, yeah.
I feel that. I feel it, and I appreciate that, But I gotta say this: a compliment about Diana. She's not like a person that she playing games.
No,
Like
she's not playing.
she's not, because like sometimes like ladies they play games. It's almost like in a simple way to say she's a liar, But we're not gonna use like heavy language, right? But I thought like again, I don't want to end up like a little silly boy that didn't read between the lines. And then, but I think in this case, it's really internet.
Yes, it's a problem in Germany. A friend for many years ago lived in Germany and had connection problems every single day. You see what?
I'm just struggling with it because Germany is such a technological country. Okay, it's a bunch of engineers, right? Like Germany is engineering, and England it's a money.
Because we have old wires. Ukraine, we have new wires because we installed much later. That's the problem. That's why they have.
But I'm not going to argue, but it's just hard to kind of comprehend because Germany is one of the top countries on the planet, and then you don't need internet, you don't have internet, like
I do a lot of introduction with the ladies who live now in Germany, and I see all time the same problem. Like they walking with the telephone.
Is that right? So it's not just a Diane. It's not just Diane.
No. This is unfortunately yes. It's problem with the Germany how it's there. Like they walk in, we're trying to find where router, seat right on the router, please, like this, to.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Like if that would be like a poor country, that would be kind of fine. But Germany,
and she lives in this like it's like camp or many
but
people.
Again, I saw news, DW, and they showed those camps, and it's like pure Germany. Like they turned the gym, like a big like floor area into that like cubes, and they did it in such a nice quality way. Like whatever Germans do, they do it nice. Okay, even when they do those camps, they do it nice, like professional, right? It's organized, it's nice, clean, this and that. Like obviously, like everybody needs internet these days. Everybody, it's just right.
And we have this, Ukraine dating.tv channel where we have Ukrainian ladies streaming. They all refugees, lives in different country. And Zhenya, one of the streamer from Germany. This was the problem. We several times cut up our stream because not enough internet, not possible. Not possible. There was
It's just a little bit unexpected, because I would say I don't consider Canada very advanced technologically. It's kind of fine. It's solid, but it's not top country. Right? And I thought that Germany would be like even ahead of, but I don't know. So yeah, coming back to the end.
Text messages.
And that's the thing. She's very upset about that. She's like, I want to talk to you. Like, I want to see you. Like,
So what about, like, do you have any plans to go to Germany?
Oh, like I said, okay, lady, like let's do Canadian papers, okay? Because like these days, the war is a terrible, terrible thing. Things like that happen once in 100 years. But in terms of get your bags, get out, it's like perfect, But she's slightly slow. I don't know. I even like pulled up a sample of the application for Canadian refugee program for Ukrainians and sent it to her. I said, like, can you fill it up? I'll help you to finish it. I could see she got excited because she like said that she saw that Viber message right away, but still didn't get back to me. It was a couple days ago, So I want to go. Like, not that I want to get married tomorrow, but like technically my plan, come to Canada. And I asked her a few times, like, would you come? Yeah, she's comfortable with me. But I would expect a little bit more, progress. So
so you need to apply through
yeah, like nothing done yet. But my feel would be it's like between a month or 3. I think 3 would be too much. I think within a month would be approved, and then a couple next weeks would be just arrange the trip. It should be fine. And I have a feel that she'll come to Canada. Are we going to get married? I was going to say picky, but it's not the right word. I'm more of a complex person. It's not like 98% chances. But I'm still excited. I'm very happy to meet her, and I'm looking forward for her to come to Canada. I still believe it's going to be a good thing for everybody. I mean, for her and for me. And then that's the best way to find out about me, about her. Because I'm not going to Germany.
So you have this position when woman will fly to you. I mean, this is not in normal times this will never happen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But now,
even the like I see the benefit of inviting and bringing lady to your country, to your hometown, to your place, to your routine. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. It's like not like in your face, but this is me. Sorry. It's like, okay. It's like yes or no, and it's it. Because I'm gonna go to Germany for 1 week. I'm gonna be like a princess. Like acting nice, this and that, blah blah blah. And still, you're not gonna get what kind of personality I am. Like, how grumpy I am in the morning, or like, it's just, all those funny, silly stuff, right? But when you're in a daily routine, you see, like, so it's I think it's awesome. Plus, it's like a little tip on the side, in order to come to Canada, every person, Ukrainian, would get a 3 years visa, working visa. And that's a nice package. Like prior to war, like people would beg to get in there. Very challenging. Now all you have to do, like just literally submit your application online. That's it.
Yeah,
like,
very easy.
Things like that happen once in 100 years. The war is going to be over. Program's going to be over. You're going to stay at home. That's it.
And in order to proceed, as I know, because I was researching this program as well, I think you need to work like at least 12 months, So if you have plans to, I don't know, have baby or something, this still can be, Like, I mean, it will not ruin the plans. You don't need to work. You get permission for 3 years, but you need to work like only 12 months. Yeah.
Oh, like the thing is that you get legal status.
Uh-huh.
You have everything you need for life except voting. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so that's cool. That's really cool. And I think that 70% of those people that applied to stay in Canada as a refugee are gonna stay there permanent. Okay,
Yeah.
Canada's not gonna kick them out. Okay, which is
Mm-hmm.
they will keep them. So it's a good way. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. So,
I
so
don't know,
and
guys. Like, if anybody has any suggestions, like how to help me with this, like stupid, like German
mhm.
internet problem, because it's like
I
I'm
don't know.
puzzled.
Guys write about Starbucks to go, but I don't know. This is also a lot of people around and very loud. I don't know. Here in Mexico, so loud music in Starbucks. I cannot imagine somebody sitting there and have a call, because you will hear only music, not voice. I don't know. Maybe Mexicans so much in love with music. They have music everywhere, even at night. It's 3, 4 a.m. music.
Yeah, can I buy like a cell phone internet for her
Um,
in Germany?
Maybe I think you need to. I don't know. Maybe my mother was living in Dresden. It was not so bad, but she was using, I think, roaming, like Ukrainian roaming. It was not local card, so it was Kyivstar, and it
She
was.
was using once in a while Ukrainian service, but then like in Kiev they bomb, Russians bomb Ukraine like every given day, so
Yeah.
it's tricky.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Belanger asked, we will sponsor her to Canada.
And that's the thing,
You
like
don't need.
I don't have to sponsor
Yeah,
her.
you
Like
don't need transparency.
yeah, officially, formally, I don't have to. But obviously, if she comes to Canada, I'm responsible for her. Like she won't come to Canada by herself. That's very obvious. And then I'm not gonna drop her like under the bridge. Okay, so it's like
Mm-hmm. Regular text-based communication is possible, but the video calls on such might cause an issue. Mm-hmm.
yes,
Where it depends on where she is.
that's very true. But the kind of funny thing that it makes her upset that I'm not a little girl like do text messages.
You
And
see, guys, listen to this. I'm not little girl. This is what Ukrainian men said, and this is Western guys. They like to write books, and
yeah,
they
she's like,
like
hey,
my
she's like,
Ukrainian
hey, I'm not
men.
gonna send you emoji, dude. Like, I wanna see ya. Actually, I would like to hug you. Like, I don't mind too, but like, hey, we gonna texting. No, we're not texting. Goodbye.
And it's
Uh,
very disappointed for her as well because she also
yes,
don't like
very,
this
very,
title. She
very,
don't
very.
like
Yeah, she's disappointed. Like,
this is
she's
two
very
Ukrainian
disappointed.
people meet. You see how they always will prefer a phone call or a video call. Like
Yeah,
maximum possibility to real meeting. Everything that
very true.
reminds you almost real meeting. And yeah, when guys like I don't know complain that she write me very short messages. I wrote her very long book. I was like guys who communicate with me, I see all the time like or answer with audio or or
That's one of the things. Like for me, texting, like it was like nightmare. I feel like it's just dumb, stupid people. But I guess I spent so much time in Canada that Anna sending me audio recording, and I always text her back because like
you
I'm
became
just
a
dummy. You're Canadian. I'm sorry. Uh, it's like
yeah, yeah, but it's okay.
and actually Diane, she sends me audio recording as well.
Well,
She can't type it. All she can type it like 3 words. And I send her like a poems, like.
it's interesting. You choose the way for communication like now, like a Western man. Yeah. So, but anyway, of course, you always want real, real relationship, real person,
Yeah.
to see there. I don't know. My impression, because I was doing these two calls introduction, and my impression was very, very good. About Diana, about your dynamic. I think you kind of, very how to say not demanding but like Ukrainian men know what
It's
you
kind of
want.
interesting, because I've been nice to her, and so far I think she likes me. And then I made a compliment. I made a comment like yeah, like agency really backed you up, said a few nice compliments. What did they say? I'm like, that's enough. Well, what did he say about me? I said, like, that you're a nice lady, blah, blah, blah. And then, because, our communication, right? I don't think it was easy for you to deal with me, with the things I kind of throw on your table. And it's actually, I tell you this, Adam. The guys maybe not gonna grab the whole picture, but again, I'm very old-fashioned Christian fellow. I'm like, I'm sorry, and like Anna was so defensive on Diane's behalf that you didn't really convince me to change my mind, but I felt like I cannot walk away like that. It's got to be something into that story, and it's kind of interesting that I made my I exercised my flexibility with respect to you, respect to her, because it's kind of funny. How do I put it? Not that I think that I know everything, but at least I know what I need to know, and I'll be fine. But it's kind of interesting that in life, as I go, new things get open to me, and I'm like, oh shit, like that's kind of new. And then like I have to push my brain, and I have to puzzle myself. But I think it's beautiful. I still didn't buy the whole story you throw on me, but at least it made me do the homework. And that's why I'm so excited to get her in and check it out, and show myself and see her. And even if we're not going to get married, I think it's going to be positive, because it's kind of interesting. I'm a stubborn fella, and then let's say I meet somebody, a girl, and we blah blah blah, then work it out. I don't want to see her again. Like Mary. Oh, can we be friends? No, don't call me, okay? Because I'm done with you. Like
This is Ukrainian man, yeah, guys.
yeah, you marry me? Oh, goodbye. But Diane would be the. I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's just very Ukrainian, yeah. Yeah.
I told you, one foot here, one foot there.
Yeah.
I'm not like momentum fella. I'm like everything or nothing. But with Diane, it's like for the first time, I said, what if things not gonna work? There would be an exception for me that I wouldn't mind to be in touch with her, because she's mature. That's one of the things that happened. Like Diane and Mary, age gap. Like it's kind of funny. You go to the agency and like, dude, like we're gonna get you like a young girl, like who, you're getting older, like, is that right? For real? And then it is possible. You're like, but I can do it. Right? But then, like with me, for example, like Mary, I was like 15 years or whatever gap. It's kind of still fine. But you know what? I think could be partially a reason of like not necessarily the only reason. I think there is a chemistry. It's like if chemistry would work, the age gap would be fine. But to be like 15 years old didn't help. Like the 15 years difference, it didn't help. And with Diane, for example, we have 3 years difference. So we are the same kind of age.
Yeah, I never asked you about this. 3 years, yeah? 3 years.
Yeah, you tricked me. You know that, right?
Yeah. I just never.
It's okay. I forgive you. I publicly forgive you. It's fine. Like.
Yeah. But I mean, this is very good. You see, like, yeah, this is true. Guys come from the West. They want really very big age gap, and they don't understand what they involved in. Because this is much more problematic relationship, because people in different way of maturity, development, different desires in love, life activities, unless I understand there is some, guys who, like, I mean, there can be a reason, serious reason, why they're looking for age gap. But anyway.
I would put this way. Yeah, you can try to use a big age gap, but you would have to do double, triple homework. You gotta really watch, because it could be a thin ice, from different angles.
Like recently I have coaching call with guy. He said that I have to be that lion, in the circus who jumping through circle that's on fire. That's what you need to do in this kind of the bigger age gap, the more you need to perform for your lady, in different areas of your life. And then not every guy wants to do this. Some guys just want a happy harmonic relationship with a lady with whom you're on the same,
To go deeper with my story, like I wouldn't like to continue life like that, but my plan was this. Okay, if me and Mary would agree, within 2-3 years, I would make her a beautiful, beautiful personality. Like I would help her. But then 2-3 years later, like we pretty much on the same page. but there will be a very intense time. But I would beg her up, like the same way I push her get out of Ukraine, come to Canada. I would be with her every day to make sure that she would get to the stage, at the level. But I think part of our split, she realized that like I don't want to do that. Like she never said that officially, but like I just want to be who I am, and I'm fine with myself. And goodbye, Andrew. I'm like, okay, it is goodbye. It's like the only way for us to continue, like you have to get up, and it's an intense work. But if you don't want to do that, no. So.
Andrew, and talking about age gap in Ukraine, this is normally like 5 years. Yeah,
Yes.
this is like very normal. Yeah. So
Yeah.
guys,
like for example, my initial marriage was like 1 year difference.
1 year difference. You see? Yeah, and this is, and guys wonder when when our Diana administrator, when she's 21, and when she say on the live stream that she would like to marry to date men, like to maybe early to marry, but she's 21. She said, I would like to date guys the same age, or maybe like plus 3 years. Guys was like, oh, what is that? They would like in comments. She was so much like guys don't like this, but this is true. You see what here Ukrainian men telling you. This is not us, and it's not Diana picky. This is culturally normal, and many guys are brainwashed by this paper letter industry where girls write age is just a number. No, age not just a number. And they also very hard on me because I have marriage with George with 20 years age gap, which is not normal, and they never hide this, and they never say this was very easy for me. This is not something that I was looking for, this age gap. Actually, I found yesterday my guys, if you want to find your partner, just write all her, your dream partner whom you're looking for. I yesterday at night find my notes about my future partner, and maybe I wrote it like, I don't know, 3 months before I met Joe. And this was mentor, handsome entrepreneur. So there was nothing about age, so I cannot complain.
Blame yourself.
Yeah. Guys, write detailed, because then
it's like a meant to be. Like that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So what to do? What you order?
I agree with you. Like you kind of getting to the point that I was gonna say that why it's so awesome to be with your agency, because it's very real. And then often in what you do, this like flow, in most cases, gonna happen what meant to happen, and even not what I want, what Diane wants, or what Mary wants, but what meant to happen, it will happen. It's like for good.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. That part, because I think no matter how smart we are, no matter how smart we are, we think we're smart. We still have to be open to the tomorrow, open to new, and just to be open that something new to learn, and then just
be open also, like in the song Unanswered Prayers, when we think that we know what's best for us, but in actuality we don't know. So if it doesn't happen, doesn't mean that it's
very true.
Bad to happen for us.
So very true.
Finalizing our conversation, I just want to ask you your top 3 tips and do's and don'ts to guys. Since you're on this journey.
Be honest with yourself. Be true to yourself, because I think it's a proven factor. Because after all, it's like you take care of yourself, and I'm not saying that in a selfish way, but don't rush to compromise. Yeah, true. Yeah. So it's just look into yourself, look inside, and then learn about yourself more and try to find that match. That's the first thing. Just don't go on a compromise. The other thing is little but technical and important. Like I would give a compliment and credit to agency. Not that Joe and Anna knows everything, but they're awesome. They at least it's worth to. Yeah, it is true. Like I enjoy your input, your time. I still suggest like process that on your side, and you are the one who makes the final decision. But things they say, it's worth to review. That's for sure. Because just the fact that, let's say, I don't know how many applications or videos Anna ran 100 or 500 or 1,000. Like, you should learn something. Okay, you should know better than average Joe. The third one, just be positive. I think it's very important. It's like yesterday I thought, like, I don't know, but it almost looks like not gonna go my way at all. Like, for example, one of the things I wanted to have a family, have a son, like a child, at least a son, so I could teach him, boys stuff. And I don't know, there's a possibility it won't not going to happen. And but I don't feel like depressed. It's just kind of, I'm like surprised, because if that thought would visit me 3 years ago, I would be depressed, or like I would be upset at least. But I don't think it's right. Just as example. So I encourage you guys to stay positive, even if life brings adjustments. Just be cool. Just be cool, because you don't know when you can make a difference in the life of that person. Like, for example, Mary, I saved her life. Like at least like I was a big factor, indirectly. I'll take that little compliment, little credit, and I think we all can do things like that. Whether I'm gonna get a son or not, I don't know, but God knows. So no, it's good. So.
There is Jack asking, because he probably very enjoy your English. How long has Andrew lived in the West, or mindset?
20 years.
20
years. But it's kind of funny. Even when I was a kid, teenager, like living in the West, Ukraine, I was a big fan of U2. So I wouldn't listen to Ukrainian or Russian music. I would listen to U2. And then when I was in a church, my last couple of years, I would have English Bible. It's like an uncommon, but happened to be. So I'm quite, influenced by West. And when I came to Canada, obviously I'm a Canadian. And then it's not just like I'm a cool guy, screw Ukraine. No, it's just like a life continues, and I feel like I'm getting stories in almost like, if not more than I got stories in Ukraine, but surely not less. So it's kind of interesting,
Yeah.
And,
okay, Andrew. Thank you very much for your wisdom, for your encouragement for guys.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
No, I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy and honored, like to add my 2 cents. Because I think what you do, it's awesome. It's just because to have families, to have children, it's a core of the society. If it's a healthy family, it's a healthy community. It's a healthy society.
Yeah, all big changes started from your personal changes. Start from making yourself happy, and you will see all of a sudden how it's affect people around you, and then if everybody will take care about own happiness and make right things, the world will
to keep your family healthy, your wife healthy, your children healthy, and then
and they will create the same models in their families, right? Healthy relationship, so that's what.
And if the guys would have more questions, like more details, they are super welcome to shoot me, direct email or whatever, or phone call.
Okay, thank you. And on this note, I will just play, if guys don't know, we started super cool, because this was very interesting interview with Andrew, who is Canadian Ukrainian, or I don't know, Ukrainian Canadian, how to say. And we create this channel, Ukraine dating, where you can have free chat. In ideally, we want to do it 24/7, but it takes time to, and girls want to have more viewers. So share with your friends who wants to know more about Ukraine dating, Ukraine culture. This is real lady, average lady in different ages. And I will finish our video with intro to this channel, ukrainedating.tv. You just type this and you you will be in our YouTube channel. Okay, thank you for being with us today. Thank you, Andrew, very much. Yeah, hope and pray for best for you. Okay,
Yeah.
Hope you will make your mama happy too. Yeah.
She's a funny one. She's a funny cookie. She's a
Okay.
classy mommy. Yeah, she's
Thank you. Yeah, for sharing your experience. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.
Hello, привет, and welcome to UkraineDating.tv. Our channel is the world's first of its kind, providing free live streaming every single day, 7 days a week with the real, genuine, beautiful Ukrainian ladies. Finally, now you have the opportunity to video chat live 7 days a week with different beautiful Ukrainian girls of all ages and walks of life. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions about all things Ukraine, Ukraine culture, Ukraine women, and Ukraine current events. And if you come to enough of our live streams, you might just discover what makes us mysterious women tick. Guys, I think you understand we're like David fighting Goliath here to bring you the truth once and for all. Our channel's purpose is to debunk the myth and stigma created by the toxic paper letter scam industry. And we hope you agree the best way to accomplish that is by giving you the opportunity to video chat with average Ukrainian girls that represent the real women of Ukraine. And then you be the judge about what's real and what's not. Guys, please know that we're doing this all for you. So do me a favor and subscribe to our new channel and help us help you, your fellow man, and help us bring Goliath to his knees. So guys, can I ask you to share this video with all your friends? Only together we can make a difference, guys.